The Americans, of course, are going to build up their force levels. They've already agreed to commit 17,000 more soldiers to Afghanistan. It's possible that we may see 17,000 more in due course. Do you welcome this increased involvement in Afghanistan?
I can't comment on that. This is a call that the government has to take as a whole after assessing the security situation. I can't...
But would it have security implications for us? Because it could create greater volatility and disturbance on Pakistan's northwest frontier, which could reflect on what happens in Pakistan's Punjab and then affect you as well.
See, the induction of any force into Pakistan does alter the security situation. Does it alter it for the better or for the worse? I can't say. The point is, India is trying to help Afghanistan find its feet. We are helping them in many ways. We have a policy on Afghanistan which is quite explicit. We have made it clear. There's a paragraph in the President's speech. I don't want to say anything beyond that.
Let's focus a little on the Taliban and the threat they pose directly to India. And when I say Taliban, I use that as a short form for all the different proliferating fundamentalist organizations in Pakistan. As you know, they are said to be 30 miles from Peshawar. Swat is just 100 miles from Islamabad. At this rate of growth, is it inconceivable that they might one day take over Pakistan itself?
Well, I don't know. See, the rise of Taliban has two implications. One, it will encourage fundamentalist elements in India to imitate them. Number two, the Taliban could become a sponsor of terror in India. Therefore, I don't think we in India can view this lightly. We have to take this as a very serious and grave development.
Are there already signs that you're aware of as Home Minister where Taliban influence from Pakistan is encouraging fundamentalist groups, pockets in India?
Oh, yes, fundamentalists of both kinds.
Both Hindu and Muslim?
Yes.
And this is directly traceable to the increasing influence of Taliban in Pakistan?
Not directly traceable. People try to imitate other fundamentalist forces, fundamentalist elements.
Are these just one or two sporadic instances, or is this a growing worry?
Oh, there are pockets in India where it is a growing worry. South Kannada in Karnataka, Kandhamal in the neighboring district in Orissa, pockets in Punjab where the Sikh fundamentalists are raising similar cries.
What about states like UP and Bihar which have sizable Muslim population? Are you worried that the influence of the Taliban is spreading into pockets of the Muslim community in these two states?
No, I have no evidence of that in UP and Bihar. There are fundamental elements in UP, but there are also fundamentalists among caste groups.
And of course, increasing influence of fundamentalism on Muslim groups also means a backlash from Hindu fundamentalist groups, some of whom may be excited by the Taliban in Pakistan directly.
See, fundamentalism of any kind, fundamentalism in any group, religious or caste, is, I think, abhorrent to a democratic society. And the Taliban, the rise of the Taliban, encourages people to take to fundamentalist ways.
Let me ask you this, because in a sense for many people it's the horror scenario. But if the Taliban were to become India's western neighbor, just 25 miles from Amritsar, what would that mean in terms of security for us?
Well, I think our borders are secure. Our armed forces are capable of stopping any enemy at the border. But it is the infiltration that is worrying.
Do you mean terrorist infiltration?
Well, infiltration of anyone who's inimical to India.
Including influences and ideas?
Yes.
How do you guard against that?
By educating our people against the consequences of fundamentalism.
But doesn't our poverty and doesn't the latent discrimination that does exist in our society make us vulnerable to those very ideas that are inimical to us?
I don't agree. I think the poor are quite secular. I think it's the well-to-do who support fundamentalist forces. Are you seriously suggesting that the Sri Ram Sene or something like that is really poor? I think these are misguided youths, and not all of them are poor.
Home Minister, let's take a break.